And people wonder why. I have no respect, and I don't think much of Donald Trump at all. They wonder why. To what he said about Joe Biden, who's battling cancer right now, to be so cold hearted and, unspiritual. And that's why I have a problem with the people that support that man, because he lacks spiritual redemption. He lacks compassion, cold blooded, and he thinks that the antics and the tactics to be greedy, to be racist, to be divisive, and to be spiteful is somehow rewarding. And people who cheer that on and root for that on, I have a problem with, yes, and I don't associate with them. And I don't really want to be in the company of that, because that is not spiritually upright. You don't have to agree with your opponents. You don't have to agree with what they do, or etc. However, there's a thing called class tact and compassion. And you don't want to wish nothing and say anything bad on anyone. You just don't. Joe Biden made it a point of trying to be somewhat civil to that man, somewhat, as much as he could. Now, I ain't the biggest Joe Biden fan, so before you come on here saying, ain't you just supporting the Democrats? I don't support neither one of them. I'm not into politics. I don't vote. I don't mess with neither one of them slave ships, because to me, they're nothing but Diddy parties. I let it be loud and clear. They ain't done nothing for black folk. They ain't done nothing that I feel that is justifiable. They're the same coin or the same flip, as far as I'm concerned. However, one thing is true. You still show some respect. You still show some tact. You still show some class. That's everything Donald Trump don't have. You know, he likes to be divisive. He likes to be a bully. He likes to be racist. He likes to, like he's doing stuff. And, when you have the kind of mindset that allows this to be normalized, what's it say about a society that condones it, for those people that support it? What's it say about them? You know, and again, he doesn't have to, but I find it to be very negative and in poor taste. His words about Joe Biden, with what Joe Biden is battling right now, is in poor taste. It's in poor taste. But you know what? Some people gonna have the same energy for him, just so he know. There's gonna be people that have the same energy, because there's a lot of folks who don't care for him, and they let it be known. And I'm one of them too. I don't like that jive turkey at all, and I don't like none of his antics and what he's about. Um, it's beyond embarrassing, and it's a shame that a country and a society that acts like they're the most advanced country in the world and the most deepest and all that, that's what they allow to represent them. That says a lot about what they really are about. It really does. It really does. Which ain't but much. It's not about much. Because for all the history you learn, all the knowledge that you got grasp, you got to do better than that. And there's no room for that. And again, I ain't no Joe Biden's. None of them. I don't care. I don't like. I had issue with every one of them, because they never gave no reparations. They've never apologized for slavery, and they've all benefited off the misery. And they've used this platform for what exactly? However, don't be wishing no bad on nobody. Don't say the most ignorant things that you can say. It doesn't prosper your soul and your psyche. It doesn't help. It just makes you more bitter than what you are. And he's a very bitter man who doesn't have the vocabulary to express himself. So he uses infantile manner, and he has to resort to this kind of tactic that has been somehow greenlighted, because people don't call him and check him on what his recklessness. And yeah, he's been very disrespectful to Joe Biden on the health front. You don't have to like the man's politics or like him personally, but you don't go saying no stuff like that. If you have any type of class, tact, and dignity, which he doesn't, and neither does the people that support him, because they wouldn't support him if they did. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.